and scars. I'll brush you up just like the dust upon my shoulder. I have a hunch of who you are. Believe it or not, I got the strength to blow you over. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way.
I wait for someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people that best if I pack my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you think for the people that best if I pack my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. I wanna tell me something new. I wanna tell you something new. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic's rising up in you. Why won't you tell me something new? Don't you think for the people the best if I pack my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best if I pack my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Why won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here on Trackside Racing Network. Welcome, everyone, back here to TRN. I am your host here tonight, Adam Chapman. We are here live for the Iracing Legacy Cup Series, sponsored by Badass Racing Customs. We are live from Richmond here tonight. It should be a very fun race here under the lights, so to speak. It's late afternoon right now. Cloudy temperatures. The track temp, very cool, but I was sitting here watching these guys practice. Turn one here in these 87 Cup cars. Going to be a doozy for these guys. First off, let me go ahead and say thank you, everybody, for the support. I want to go ahead and get that out first and foremost. Thanks, everybody, for support, especially thanks all the leagues that have came to me. Means more to me than you guys know. This is the first time I've officially made a statement. Derek Pemberton put out a statement as earlier as well. He is now the official co-owner of TRN, and very happy to have that. He's going to be great. He's been here for a long time. He deserved it. So welcome everybody here to Trackside Racing Network. New beginnings here for us on TRN. A little bit of history before we start talking about tonight's race. We started Trackside, formerly known as Center Force TV. We changed the name a long time ago. This was basically my baby when I started broadcasting. Then took some time off from broadcasting and iRacing in general, about 6 to 8 months, I would say. Came back, joined ESPN. Thankful for the opportunity that they gave me over there. But it is time for new beginnings here from Trackside. Time to get back into what we love, and finally going to get back in, starting to regain some passion after seeing the love and stuff that came out today for us with TRN. So we got a bunch of new leagues. Our schedule is not completely updated yet. We'll have to update that. Saturday, you see it at Void right there. WOS CRL is back on board with us as well. I haven't put that in yet, so bear with me on that. But man, very much looking forward to tonight's race here from Richmond. This place very tough. We was looking at it a little bit a while ago and watching these guys, and there we go. There's the updated backdrop. We'll have a new backdrop here very soon as well, possibly starting Monday with the Iracing E-Series. But man, very pumped up for these guys to see what they can do. Race number 3 here in the 87 Cup cars. They're going to get underway here in just a few moments as we get set to go green. Let me know in the comments who you are pulling for. Share the broadcast and all that good stuff. That's great for us. It's great for the league. It's great to help our channel grow once again. We have to basically start over, and we had a great reputation before we took a hiatus. So we want to welcome everybody back here. But coming into tonight, it's going to be a fun race. Right now on top of the board, you guys can see it. Alex Vicerio on top of the board. And I mean, you just see some other guys popping up there as well. Of course, Derek Pemberton picked up a big win last week. He's 5th right now, but Joe Morgani, the first winner this season at Daytona, big win for him, picking up the first win of his career here in the iRacing Legacy Series. As far as the standings go, we got, now it's kind of weird because there is a chase in the 87 Cup cars, which is a little strange. I know a lot of people is not a big fan. Some people are a big fan of that. Right now, Joe Morgani, Derek Pemberton locked into that chase. Alex Vicerio, Levi Allen, 3rd and 4th. Ron Christian Jr. also tied for the 4th spot. There's Alan Best right there in 5th. And then we got a bunch of people tied for the 9th spot. So Dan Green says, go AJ. It's good to see the support. AJ's got a good chance, I feel. I feel like that he's going to have... He's been facing a learning curve in these cars, and he's done a great job actually watching him learn. And I mean, you can kind of see it here tonight. He's already 6th place right now on the board, which is absolutely fantastic. And I expect him, honestly, to have a big night tonight. Now, I'm going to be honest, watching these guys practice and qualifying coming up here in just a moment. Watching these guys practice, I feel like the older tires are actually going to be a little bit better. These new tires are making the car very slick, especially in turn 1. So you got to get a little wear on these tires. We'll see what happens, especially if we get a late race restart. These guys do get one quick repair. The race is only, I think it's 100 laps if I'm not mistaken. So you got to kind of, you know, be a little easy here at the beginning and try to just tick some of these laps off. But I do expect some fireworks here early on in this one. Checker flag waving here in practice, and it is going to be Alex on top of the board. Ron Christian Jr. 2nd. Levi Allen 3rd. Levi could have a good night tonight as well. He's a short track racer at heart, so we'll see how he does coming over here. Qualifying is underway. Who are we going to watch first? It will be none other than Joshua Stiles. He is rolling out first car this afternoon, and we will see how he qualifies. Joshua Styles at number 19, Blockbuster. Did you know that there is only one Blockbuster left in the United States? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was up in Oregon, I think. I'm going to actually double check that because I completely forgot. I cannot remember. Blockbuster does have only one store left, but I can't remember where it's at. Yeah, it is in Oregon. And you see right there, backing it into the wall. That's what a lot of people are having trouble with, same as AJ Green. He's having trouble. A bunch of people are having trouble in turn one. Shout out to Levi Allen, putting down the top time, running a very nice number 41. How about some Trackside Racing logo on the side of his car and the Chapman Outdoor Adventures? Hey, I appreciate that, Levi. He's got Narrative Coffee Company, Rad Plus Plus, his sponsor. They've been with Levi now for a while. And that is actually legit his sponsor. It's not just a made-up thing. It's actually a spot. How about Cody Kennedy to the top of the board? Levi Allen jumps back up to the top of the board. We'll jump over to Joe Morgani, who shutting the car off. He's going to get another run. Here's Taylor Gentry into number 82. We'll see what he can do here in qualifying. Running that old-style looking paint. Love the way these paints look at places like this. Colin says, I got AJ. Great pick, by the way. Like I said, I think AJ improved a lot. Like, I think it's a matter of time. If he don't get victory lane tonight, he's going to get victory lane here at some point. We know that for sure. I mean, it's just a matter of time. The kid's really that good. Like, watching him last week, he really improved. And that's one thing I like seeing, not only as a broadcaster, but as a racer in general. Like, I race, and maybe not as much as what I used to, but I race. And watching guys improve as the race goes on really impresses me. And AJ really did that. Derek did it a few weeks ago in a different league on Saturday night. Had a rough start to the beginning. Oh, Alex slams the wall in turn one. Let's see. Gary Schmidt out in qualifying as well. He's on lap 2, I believe. Yes, he is on lap 2. Levi Allen still on top of the board here. He's going to go around. Gary not very happy just left it on. Look, here's Brian Kidda. Brian in that number 66. Wild Cherry paint scheme. How about that? That's a cool paint. I'm not going to lie. That might be one of my favorites I've seen. Which I'm a fan of Wild Cherry Pepsi. I ain't going to lie. That stuff's good. Now to turn 4. Brian Kidda. 23.370. Does not improve. Put down a 4.58 that time. So that's going to give Levi Allen, I believe, our pole award. A couple guys have not qualified, or they was going to qualify, had issues. Not quite sure. They may have had issues on both laps. Not quite sure, but a couple guys have not qualified yet. So we're just kind of waiting to see when they go out. Guys, do me a favor. If you're on our YouTube, make sure you smack that subscribe button. If you're on our Facebook, hit that like button. Oh, he got disqualified. D. Mallory says, go Cody. Cody, right now, third. He's been looking forward to this race. I've been watching the chat today. He was kind of looking forward to it. Cody Mose chiming in on Facebook, says, what's up? Cody, you supposed to be in here racing? Hope everything's good, though. Hope to see you back here soon. You're one of my favorite racers to watch as well. Wish I was racing, but not still moving into my new house. You don't have internet done in the basement. So, hey, at least you're getting everything moved, though. I bet you like getting everything finally moved in. I hate moving. To me, that's like one of the worst things ever. But glad to see you make it and check in. Guys, we got a special podcast coming up here on TRN here in a few days. And you guys are not going to want to miss it. We got some pretty good guests coming on. I'm just saying, we got some other broadcasters coming on. That's going to make things pretty cool. Trust me. I love, and now being on Trackside, we're allowed to do that kind of more. And we've already talked to a couple of them. And one of them, I'm still working on. One of them, we got a really good one. And I think you guys are going to like it. So, we'll see. But anyway, Levi Allen's going to be on top of the board. And that's going to allow us to pull him in for a quick interview here. Levi Allen with the best lap. 22.728. We'll pull Levi in right now. Levi Allen, it's Adam Chapman TRN. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
P1 qualifying. Man, it's kind of a short track thing, which here tonight, which is something you're familiar with. I was talking about while you was qualifying. Are you happy to be back on a short track? Especially in these cars, though. They're tough.
Yeah, I'm happy to be on a short track, but I'm wishing it wasn't so loose because kind of terrified for turn 1 when the green flag drops.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people talking about that, man. One of the things I was looking at is tires, because it seems like the tires, honestly, get better when the run goes on. Like, you know, people, to me, it looks like people might want to be on old tires. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I did a lot of testing before this race, and when you do like five laps, the tires get better. It's not as loose.
For sure, man. Hey, good to see you on the pole tonight. Very nice car, by the way. A throwback to Darrell Waltrip, which I absolutely love.
Thank you.
I was a big fan of that, and thank you for putting the logos and stuff on the side, man. It means a lot. Hey, go see what you can do tonight, man. We're going to be watching you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy. We'll move him back up. He's going to be starting on the pole here tonight, and you can get a look here at the rest of your grid. Starting right beside him, Ron Christensen Jr., Cody Kennedy will be rolling off in third. Derek Pemberton rolling off fourth. Donnie will be rolling off in fifth. Gary Smith, sixth. Taylor Gentry and Brian Kiddo will be rolling off in P8. Row number 5, Alex Cesario. Keep your eye on that 21. I don't think he's going to be back there long. Brian Young going to be rolling off there in 10th. We'll see what Brian can do. Joshua Stiles. There's AJ Green. Messed up in qualifying. Joe Morgani and Todd Chase. Yeah, qualifying rules are strict in here, and it's kind of funny because somebody, I know who it is, I just don't want to say name, was not very happy with the strict. You guys can figure it out. You probably know. Pace car going to have to take another trip around before we get this one underway. Yes, I can. And actually, I thought I was on full screen. I apologize. That's my fault. There you go. I forgot to switch it over. You know, that's one of my biggest things with just switching that thing over is such a pain sometimes. I keep forgetting. I just need a hot map. Anyway. Here we go. Cars getting back in place here. And ready to get this green flag started. Keep your eye on turn 1. This is going to go to a night race, or should go to a night race. It's going to get a little wild here at the beginning. I'm just going to be honest. I expect cautions here to happen early. Just want to point that out. But we'll see. Pace car is in. Green flag set to wave. And our first race back on trackside racing is green flag. We're racing from Richmond. Here we go through turn 1. This is the trauma corner, as we'll call it tonight, because it is going to be an issue for a lot of these guys. You got to be easy. Look at right there. Everybody makes it through. That's what people need to do. Just be really easy. You don't need to push by any means. We've got nothing going on. Like, you know, don't win the race within the first 10 laps. Got a battle right here. Cody Kennedy trying to take over second. It looks like he's going to take that spot away for the 45. Ron Christian, Derek Pemberton trying to follow suit as well. And there you see that pass. One guy we can talk about tonight a little bit more is Todd Chase Jr. back here. Running around the back. Oh, he gets loose. Washes up the track. Todd Chase actually got new internet, so he don't blink now. We can actually show him more on the broadcast, which is awesome. New fast lap just got put down. Levi Allen still out front. See, what a lot of guys do not remember about these cars, as you look here at Brian Kidda and AJ Green. AJ looking underneath in that Wheaties number 3 car. It was so easy to spot AJ's car. One thing people do not remember about these cars, Levi Allen puts down a 23.077 new fastest lap. But what a lot of people do not remember, these cars are tough. Like, back in the old days when they used to race these cars, it was a tough car to drive. And that's one thing guys are going to have to learn to get used to and adjust to, and they will. As you see Alex Cesario picking up P8, taking that spot away. Derek Pemberton, new fast lap, 23.027. Keep your eye on the 82 tonight. He's going to be one that could be a factor. He's had a lot of momentum as of late. Gary Smith, Joe Morgani. Joe, of course, picking up that win back at Daytona in these cars. And a thrilling finish, by the way. Once again, still probably my favorite interview of all time ever still to this moment. is Joe Morgani. And that happened when I first met him. Derek Pemberton working on Cody Kennedy here in the 63 versus the 82. The 45 of Ron Christensen Jr. looks on. On board right now at Derek Pemberton. Trying to take second away. This is another battle we're watching. We will jump back to a battle back from 6th place as well as Derek takes that spot away. Here's Kidda and Green and Alex Rosario once again going at it. Going down here into turn 1 in that bright orange number 3 car, that Wheaties that Dale Earnhardt made famous. My dad actually has the cereal box with Dale Earnhardt still on it, which is pretty cool. Oh, there's a send into turn 3. Going to try to send it in on the bottom. Of course, Richmond is famously known for the bottom. AJ Green taking away P5. Alex Rosario trying to take away P6 as well. Looking at P5 here, but does take away. There goes the 3 of Green. Gets it to the wall. Not going to be damaged. He'll be fine, but does going to lose a lot of spots. He will be fine from that. He does drop back to P11. There's more contact with the 19. He'll be fine. You don't want to use that quick repair for that. In my opinion, do not use your quick repair. Here's somebody that's making their way up as well. Donnie in that 00. Up to P4. Don't cut him out. Already lap 10 on the board, or lap 11, should I say. Levi Allen still leading this one. Out in front here from Richmond International Raceway. Brian Kidda now. Gary Smith. Side by side as they work out of turn number 4. This is for 7. One thing Brian's doing that I noticed with him running that middle lane, and it may not look great. He may be losing spots, but over the long run, that could actually work out. He may have just gave that spot to him, actually. I don't think he was really putting up a fight. I don't think he meant to run the middle lane. One car that has had issues, not sure, but Derek Pemberton. Back to 14th. I didn't see what actually happened to him. I apologize. He was up to 2nd. And something happened. Here's the 53 and the 66. And right behind him, Brian Young, Joshua Stiles. Love that 86 paint of Brian Young, that Atari paint scheme. That's pretty cool. Of course, the Blockbuster paint scheme we talked about a few moments ago. There you see the 19. Joshua Stiles going underneath, trying to take over the 10th spot. Of course, if you guys like this racing, you can tune in Saturday. Got another good series that runs on Saturday night. The WOS CRL Throwback Series as well. They run the 87 Cup cars. We're getting into the heart of the season for them guys, as they will be over at Darlington. Make sure you tune in for that. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's a fun race. I want to thank everybody once again for tuning in here to trackside as we watch this battle between Brian Kidda and Brian Young. Kidda falling back just a little bit. Here comes AJ Green. Oh, the 3 makes contact with Brian Young. Both save it. It's going to open the door for the 66. Kidda trying to make a move. For guys that do not remember, there's a little bit of contact pushing the 3 up the racetrack. Welcome to short track racing. He's going to let the 3 go right there. Wasn't very happy probably, but one thing you guys don't know about Brian, he actually almost won the championship. These 2 guys right here battled out in season 1 of the Strictly Street Stock. Todd Chase and Brian Kidda. Todd walked away with the championship after Brian had some connection issues. Todd walked away with the championship in that one for his first championship. And of course, picked up the championship last season as well. Here we go, past the 3rd. A 00. Donnie underneath the 45, trying to take away that third spot here on the front stretch at Richmond. And there you go, takes it away. Ron Christensen Jr. falls back to P4. Alex Cesario still right there in the heels, looking to try to force that 45 into a mistake or try to outdrive him here as they work out of turn 4. That 45 of Christensen Jr. I absolutely love that paint scheme, though. That big league hue. I think everybody remembers that stuff. Still pretty popular, I think, too. Taylor Gentry battling Joshua Stiles here. Gentry not going to be able to take that spot away. He's still holding on into ninth position. AJ Green still 10th. And Brian Young, Brian Kennedy, Todd Chase Jr., and Derek Pemberton right now at the tail end of the field. But our leader, he says, I'm showing you guys why I like short tracks. Believe me, if you guys have never really watched Levi race, when it comes to short track racing, I absolutely love watching this guy race. We broadcasted him for the Western Super Series, sponsored by Narrative Coffee Company, over on Speed 51. And Levi, heck of a job. I believe he even won the K&N Series Championship on short tracks. And done well, even in the Speed 51 Elite Series. Competing with some of the best guys in iRacing. And here he is, back in here tonight. Believe me, the guy knows how to put laps down on a short track. Of course, there's Joe Morgani. We'll hop on board here inside the race car. As you look here at the 53, driving that GM car. Oh. One of the cool things about the in-car video that we got right now, you see it right there in the floorboard. You see that fan that is blowing on the driver's feet. That's one of the cool things. And then, of course, the window net has the GM seatbelt clips holding the window net up. It's always a cool thing. As he tries to run down Gary Smith right now. Here we go. Donnie and Ron Christensen, nose to tail. Todd Chase Jr. on pit road. And I think he is just taking tires. He is not having a good season. I'm not sure why he's on pit road for, unless he wrecked, which may have been an issue. Let's see if that's what happened. No, he just came down pit road. I'm not entirely sure what the call was coming down pit road for. In my opinion, you want to stay out there on old tires as long as you can. One thing about these tires, though, they will wear out. And we've seen it in the WS CRL series. Blown tires are a thing here that can happen. In these 87 Cup cars, they tend to happen more often than not. We've seen Skylar Grissom have some issues with that on the Saturday Night Series. Guys, tomorrow night we will be live with a new series called the North American iRacing League Short Track Super Series. We will be live here on tomorrow night from Iowa Speedway, 100 laps. I believe that will be around 8:30 or so when we go live. Good battle here still for this fourth position. These guys pretty much have been nose to tail for a while now. Todd Chase, by the way, goes 2 laps down. As we are on lap 30, I'm curious about when will we see green flag pit stops, if we see them at all. I mean, honestly, my personal opinion, I think you just run this as long as you can and hope your tires don't blow. At least that would be the goal. Oh, I thought I heard somebody spinning around. There's a back. Maybe not. Joshua Stiles, Gary Smith. This is for position for P number 7. Of course, Gary, a great racer as well. Knows how to get things done. Has won multiple races here in the series. Not only, maybe not a win in the 87 Cup cars, but the strictly street stocks. Oh, there's contact after the wheel of the car. Both of them. Wow. Joshua Stiles goes up the track, making a little bit of contact there at Gary Smith, and this right here is what makes these drivers so good. I mean, this is just talent. I'm going to be honest, that is a tough skill to have. To be honest, this should have been a wreck. Let's just be honest. Look at this. Look at that 31. Great save by Gary Smith. Probably one of the best saves we've seen this season, I would say. Brian Kidda just got passed by Derek Pemberton. Here comes a drive. Look at Todd Chase. Now, that's something interesting. Todd Chase on fresher tires. You see the lap times. I mean, honestly, lap times have fallen off a lot more than what I thought. Like, looking at lap times, Levi Allen, best lap is oh, we got a slow car. AJ Green. Caution flag is out for the first time tonight. AJ goes around coming out of turn number 2. Here's a look at the replay. Did he clip the apron a little bit, or he just go around? Or did he get the wall? That's what happened. Luckily, he does got that quick repair, and I would say with that damage, you're probably going to use it if you're AJ. I would go ahead and pop that in, luckily, as I feel catching the pace car here. Coming out of, I believe that's turn 2. Good little run there, 36 laps. We're going to get our inter-race report here in just a moment. From somebody. Yeah, you're going to hit pit road here. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble, I think. As far as speed, because look at Todd's time. Todd Chase will get the lucky dog, by the way. But the thing with him, he's going to have to come down pit road as well next time by. Okay, so the rumor with the cars. There is a rumor going around on WOSCRL that they are going to the trucks. That has been confirmed, I might add. Okay, I do want to point that out. Because participation levels are so low in the 87 Cup cars because a lot of people don't like them. As Levi wins the race off pit road, followed by Cody Kennedy with a good run off pit road. He comes out in second. You see the rest of the field follow. That has been confirmed with the car switch. They are switching to the trucks from what I'm hearing. Now, that could get changed back. If the participation level picks up, they're just talking about keeping the 87 Cup cars. We'll have to wait and see. But that is the rumor right now going around. All right, let's do something. Let's interview our Daytona winner, Joe Morgani, before we go back green. Joe Morgani, is Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, what's up, bud?
Nothing much, man. Sitting right now, 6th place. Winner, of course, at Daytona. So, you don't have too much to race for. Let's be honest. You're already locked into the chase, which is weird for these cars, but we're in the chase anyway. How's the car handling, man? It looks like it's not bad on the long run.
It's on new tires. It's loose going in, tight in the middle, and then it's snug coming off. But as the tires start to wear, it does get real tight going into the corner. So I gotta kind of adjust for that with brake bias and whatnot, and change up my driving line or change up my braking points and try and make the bottom of the track every single time.
I see the track is a lot darker than what we started with. Have you noticed a change in the track, or will you know more of this run?
I'm gonna know more of this run. I mean, hell, my tire wear was on the right, just on the right front, was in the 70s.
Whew. Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I've seen these things blow out. Like these tires seem to wear a lot faster than like your cup cars and your trucks and all that stuff. So it's wild, man. Hey, you're doing good. Already got one victory this season. So go see if you can grab another one.
Hell yeah, bud.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. We'll hopefully talk to you here at the end.
All right,
Thanks,
same.
buddy. We'll see what Joe could do. As the pace lights are off, single file restarts here in the 87 Cup cars. And for the first time this season, guys, it is time for us to turn it up. Not this season, but, this season with TRN. Here we go. Crank it up, guys. It's going to get loud. Or turn it up as it's going to get loud, should I say. Hope y'all enjoy. Big trouble happens on the backstretch as cars dodge and AJ Green, and I think that is the 86 of Brian Young. It is. We'll back this up and see what happened. I think somebody just pushed up the track. And look at this. AJ giving the old bumper there to the 82 Taylor Gentry. It's the 86 that looked like moved down on AJ, and AJ really just nowhere to go, unfortunately. That was a mix of, I don't know if he moved down or not, actually. I said the 86 moved down, but I don't know. Like from the blimp cam, it looks like he moved down, but from that view, it looked like the three may have moved up. Here's another look from the blimp again. Yeah, I'll be honest, I think they both just came together. I think they both moved down and up at the same time. And 2-car wreck happens here. And tough break for AJ. He's going to have to get some damage repair on that one. Unfortunately, same as Brian Young. Tough break for them guys here on lap 43. As cars get to the inside and let the lap car go. That was Todd Chase Jr. He will be back on the lead lap, so there's your lucky dog spot. Guys, I got some pretty big plans here for TRN. You guys, I think, will appreciate that. We're going to try to get some more broadcasters on here. And also, he still actually got his fast repair. Oh, he does, yeah. Good thing he didn't. Hey, he was smart on that one, then. Colin's like, I know how to use my quick repairs. We got some pretty big plans here for TRN. And we're going to have some new broadcasters come in that you guys never heard. We've already got 2 that will be making their debut here soon. We're just working out everything. They're going to be broadcasting a couple like smaller races, just like the official races, to get them warmed up to everything. Never broadcasted before, so that'd be interesting to hear them. We'll have them in the booth here soon. And some other things. We're going to do some really cool things, I think, here. We're going to have some official races we are going to broadcast just for the heck of it. I don't know what day. Well, we got broadcast right now, but we're going to do some random races once again, where we broadcast like rookie street stock, even ARCA races. Not really NASCAR type races, since we see that quite a bit. But we'll do some dirt. So we'll go to the top split and broadcast some dirt trucks. That'll be fun. We got some cool stuff planned though, and still working on a lot more. Also, a little update. We've seen Derek Pemberton fall back. He is Derek's biggest weakness in racing, in my opinion, is saving tires. We talked about Levi. He was talking about, or Joe was talking about how much tire he had. Derek had way less, and I don't want to say how much because I don't want to give too much away on the broadcast. But and the reason why he fell back so far was because he got loose. So there's the reason why Derek Pemberton fell back. So once again, we're going to try this, turn it up here on TRN. Our first one kind of got interrupted by Brian Young and AJ Creed. By the way, Brian Young is back out on the track. Unfortunately, 4 laps down, so he's going to need a little bit of luck, which could happen. He's the only car a lap down, so we'll see. Pace car dropping in, and it is time for us to do it again. And the caution flag did not last long, as we had, I think it was actually Donnie that got loose. They actually kept it going straight, but he made contact. Somebody made contact with him. Derek Pemberton sliding up the racetrack, making contact with the 00. These two have had a run-in before. Yeah, Derek probably right there should have been a little bit more patient. Kind of sending it a little bit too late. Donnie be fine, but probably not very happy, which understandably so. That's short track racing for you, though. I'm kind of crew chiefing for him. Are you actually in the race as well, Colin, or are you just in like the Discord? So, you guys, we got some special guests, like I said, on the Back in the Game podcast coming up here soon. We're going to have some other broadcasters from different channels come in, which would be pretty cool. Some guys you may know, some you may not. I got a feeling you might know one person. Let's just say that. Or 2 people that we're going to try to have on the podcast in the same day. Pit Road's open, and it's a good time to hit Pit Road, I think. And that's exactly what Alex Cesario did. I think it's a smart idea, maybe, to hit Pit Road. Why not grab some fresh tires? Surprised other people didn't. But, and also, I talked about the series from tomorrow night. We'll be live at Iowa. Then Saturday, of course, we'll be back with the WOS CRL series from Darlington. That's a fun one. And then on Sunday, the American Sim Racing League. Trust me, you do not want to miss that one. That is going to be fun. We get to go truck racing. And it is the 24 laps at Daytona. That's going to be fun. Instead of the Rolex 24 hours, it's the Rolex 24 laps at Daytona. And them guys put on one heck of a show, I'm not going to lie. They are something special. So, trust me, do not miss out as you watch them guys go at it. And then, of course, on Monday, yeah, we get to go road course racing once again for the Iracing series. Not sure if it's going to be Daytona Road, though. It may be Watkins Glen, from what we're hearing. We'll have to wait and see. It's kind of hit or miss on that right now, on what series they're going to run. Looking, I'm not sure if they actually made the adjustment yet on the announcement on what they're going to be doing. Anyway, we'll find out. Of course, on Tuesday, if you're in the road, we will be broadcasting the ASRC. Looking forward to get back into it. Johnny and the boys. Johnny Bell does a great job on running that league. If you are looking for a road league, they run a series. It's a multi-class series. GT4 Radical and the Cadillacs. They run a multi-class series, and they run 2 races in the same day. 40-minute race. It's a 45-minute race, and then a 20-minute sprint race. If you're looking for a road series, message me here on Trackside, or if you know me, just message me, and I can hook you up with ASRC, and they are a great group of guys. I like broadcasting them. Pace car pulls in, and already green flag's out. Something you might notice there is you see move back here towards the back. Pemberton looking underneath this 19 car. But one thing we've noticed is cars already moving to that high line on these restarts. With these single file restarts, you got to protect that outside line. Guys can't pass you on the inside. So here's a good little battle. The 53 and the 82. You got AJ Green there in the 19. You got the 45. Ron Christian Jr. there as well. That's 63 of Cody Kennedy. This is basically a 6-car battle as Levi Allen tries to drive away. Derek taking over that spot. Now working here on the 63 of Cody Kennedy. Cody's done a good job tonight. I think he'll do well this season. He's definitely going to make the chase. We know that. I mean, that's just a matter of time. But you see Derek doing a nice job taking a couple spots away. As the field comes right at your screen, Morgani jumping out of line. Same as Joshua Stiles. Cody Kennedy falling back here just a little bit. Kind of surprised, actually, to see him falling back. You see that 3-car, by the way. That's AJ Green. He's got a little bit fresher tires, and he does not know more. As a big wreck happens here in turn 1. The yellow flag coming out. Not sure. I think somebody just overdrove here. Let's see. AJ was up in front. Did he get loose off the corner, or did the 00 just get him? Oh, I don't know what the 19 was going on that one. Joshua Stiles slams the brakes on the front stretch for some reason. Yeah, I don't know about that one, guys. That's probably going to result in a penalty as the 82 gets into it with Heather Gentry. I would go ahead and say that's probably going to be a penalty for next week. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Joshua Stiles slamming the brakes on a straightaway, not a good idea going into a turn. That's unfortunate. He has left the session, it looks like, has been done, so I'm not quite sure what that was. Pit road is open. Now, see, right here, I'm surprised guys did not come down pit road. Top 6 staying out here on lap 58. Haven't had a ton of cautions. We've had a few the last few laps, but it is what it is. Oh, his VR headset went black. That explains a lot. I think we've all done that. Anybody that's done VR. Now, I've never had my VR headset go black, which I don't run VR anymore. Since I got too hot in it. But I liked it. I don't know, man. To me, it was weird. So, tossing back out here. We're coming to lap 60 here tonight. Part of the Iracing Legacy Series here at the 87 Cup car. Once again, if you guys haven't really noticed these cars, we're going to show y'all something. This is the Ford. We talked about this last week, but I want to show you guys this week as well. This is inside the Ford. You notice when we was talking about the Chevy, there was a fan down there. There is no fan down there in the Ford. And also the seatbelt clips. It's not a, although that's a GM seatbelt clip, it's just don't say GM on it, but there's actually only one there, so that's pretty neat. Something a little bit cool about the difference in these cars, but I love that way that dash looks under the lights. It's really neat. We're just looking at Levi Allen here. One cool thing that we do here on ESPN, I'm sorry, on TRN. Oh gosh, that's going to take some getting used to. On TRN, we got the 360 cam I don't know how many other people do this now, honestly. Oh, man. Hey, it's going to take me getting some used to. I'm just going to be honest. I'm sure Derek Pemberton's like, really? I like to get me another BR headset though. I haven't, you know, I'm not a big fan of it for iRacing. I mean, it's okay. Like I get why people run it. It's cool. It's awesome to look around your car. Like that's pretty neat. But I like playing the other VR type games on it. I would like to get me another one, just for that reason. They're a blast to have. So top 12 right now, on the lead lap. Keep in mind the top 6 have not been on pit road. We have had a few yellows. But we've seen Todd Chase earlier on fresh tires really put down some flyers. So I expect the 7th place on back cars to be super fast. So these top 6 need to be really patient if that's the case. Because they're probably not going to have the speed. But we'll see. Really, Donnie's and Gary's and Alex doing the watch, I think. They've been good all night. Derek, once again, getting a pretty solid restart, driving straight to the bottom of the track. And that's something a lot of guys have not done, as Derek's going to take away the 2nd spot. But that's something a lot of guys have not done on these restarts. Everybody's been just hanging around that high line on these restarts. And the green flag comes out across the line, drop to the bottom. That's a shorter way around. Even on the front stretch, that's definitely a shorter way around. You see right there. And that's what Derek said. It's really paid off on these restarts. But right now we're watching Cody Kennedy, not Donnie, and Joe Morgani in the 4th and 5th position. Todd Chase running right now at 6th. Whoa, 63 of Kennedy almost getting to the back of. Not sure who Cody's sponsor is here tonight. See if we can take a peek here. Funky Dogs Pizza and Pasta. Sounds like a local place, and I bet it's good if it is. I love local food. Gary Smith, Todd Chase. We can actually show Todd Chase on a broadcast now, being he's got better internet. He can see what people look like on the racetrack. Well, he didn't see the 21 because he just drove straight up into it. Caution's going to come out. Todd Chase, what happened, buddy? Donnie going around him. Okay, he was letting guys go. I don't think he's seen the 21. Now, did Kidda get some of that? Kidda went around, but I'm going to be honest, that could have been way worse for Brian. Like, that was not that bad for Brian. I mean, he barely got it. He just went around. But Alex is sure not going to be happy. But Todd Chase probably definitely didn't do that. For people that do not know, and I'm not saying this to explain what happened to Todd or nothing like that. It's not my business to say nothing, but for people that do not know, Todd Chase is legally blind, but I'm going to be honest, for him to honestly be legally blind, he's a heck of a racer when it comes to certain cars. He has struggled this season in these cars, but when it comes to like street stocks, even the cup cars and the trucks, he's not bad. But I'm not going to go to details or nothing about why he is, but just, you know, and not making excuses for him. Just want to point that out because he would kill me if I did. But no, he's a great driver, so just wanted to let y'all know about Todd a little bit. Up from Munger, Michigan. If you don't know about Munger, Michigan, by the way, and you probably don't because it is the smallest area in the world. I think there's like 10 people that live there, and all of them's college family. But no, there's like, I think it's 800 people that live in Munger, Michigan. That's where Todd's from. It is a very, very small area in Michigan. I mean, I thought Bristol's kind of small, and honestly, it's not anymore. There's a, you know, pretty good amount here now. I love small towns, though. I tried to get AJ to pit, but he wouldn't listen. I can see that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if you pit, Like, I think AJ's going to be okay with 10 laps. These guys that stopped pitting is kind of surprising. I know we're having some cautions now after that very long green flag right at the start of the race, which honestly surprised me. The race itself hasn't really been bad, to be honest. It's been pretty different, I mean, compared to normal. I don't know where we go next week. I will find that out for you guys. Todd Chase is like probably yelling at me because he knows for sure, but let's see if I could figure that out for you guys. You guys can follow along with this series, by the way, over on Strictly Street Stock Series. That is our Facebook page. It's a good group over there. And I'm trying to find their actual race. I think, yeah, I'm not sure where they race at next week, to be honest. I think it was, yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Oh, it's right here. I apologize. Next week, we will be at Atlanta, which is going to be a blast, by the way. I love that track in these cars. Then we go to Darlington, North Wilkesboro, and Bristol. Bristol's going to be fun, too. I'm anxious to... haven't seen these cars there yet, so look forward to that. There's what I'm talking about by cars going up to the high line, protecting that high line from the restarts. But here's where Derek's been pretty good. Let's see if he's able to get there. Now, you got to be careful because Levi's that good. You see right there, Derek's going to try to cut that off a little bit. Not going to be able to. A little bit tougher on the leader to do that too. But we'll jump back a little bit here. Side-by-side action. Cody Kennedy. Joe Morigani. Joe, by the way, broadcast on Twitch. I believe it's Low Budget TV on Twitch. I believe it's his Twitch name. You guys can watch his in-car footage and stuff like that, which is always an awesome thing to do. Brian Kidda smacks the wall a little bit out of turn 4. He'll be okay. See Morigani. Now, this is what I like about Joe. Morigani's a very patient driver, and I love that about Joe watching him race. I've seen that so many times over the course that I broadcasted him. He is probably, in my opinion, one of the most patient in here, one of the most patient drivers in here. Alex Massario's also one of them drivers, even though he's a lap down right now. These guys do not want another caution. I don't think you want to put him on the lead lap. But don't count out Joe, I'm just saying. Although he gets passed right there by Donnie. Donnie's another good driver. Excuse me. Working out a turn 2 this time down the backstretch. Levi Allen still out front here as lap 74. Derek Pemberton running second. Levi Allen trying to lock his way into the chase. And once again, we may have a wreck back here. Cody Kennedy may have issues through the grass. We stay green. He's going to start rolling. Now, did he have help? He was racing Donnie right here out of turn 4. I bet he just lost it. That's what happened. Oh! Boy, that was... Well, why my voice gets so high? Oh, Lord. Whoa, that transition from that grass to... or asphalt, or pavement back to grass, that was wild. Derek Pemberton trying to run down Levi Allen. Check out AJ Green. Back here running 9th. Once again, I think AJ's going to be one of them guys that makes the chase. He's just got to stay committed. Because I think he's that good enough to. Alex Cesario, new fast lap. 22.921. Not surprised. Track temp has went down just a little bit. That's not for position that you see right here. Closest battle right now is for the lead. That is the closest position battle we have on track. For now, as Gary Smith says, it's time for me to throw my hat in the ring now. I've been patient long enough. He's another patient driver. Takes over. Now, Gary, by the way, this is what Fresh Tires does. Gary's going to be able to run down these leaders. I'm just going to call it now. And there's not much you can do about it. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, the lap times he's put down, he's way faster than everybody else right now on the track. He's got 20 lap fresher tires. You already see him working up on the back of the 82 of Derek Pemberton. Once again, this is where Derek just needs to let him go. He's already locked into the chase, so have a good finish. Derek Pemberton in that Raise Energy number 82. By the way, if you do like Raise Energy, you can check them out. I believe the code was Derek Pemberton 82, I believe was the code, I was told. He's probably yelling at me saying it's not. Levi getting involved in some lap traffic. Brian Young, unfortunately, 19 laps down. Brian's not going to put up much of a fight here. I was back here. Donnie goes to the high side. Let Alex go. Alex 1 lap down, so that opens the door for Morgani to close up just a little bit. Look at this. It's getting pretty heavy up here for second. Oh, Gary spinning the wall. Caught the wall a little bit. Tater Bobin. I have not seen that name in a while. I hope you're doing good, man. It's a familiar name. Good evening, Tim. Hope you're doing good. Tim checking in over on Facebook. Biggest battle right now for second place. It's Derek Pemberton in that defensive line. I don't think he's going to be able to hold this back, I'm going to be honest, but he's got to be careful. He does not want to get held up here too long if he does let Gary go. Come to lap 84. The thing with Derek, he has trouble saving tires, and that's the biggest issue that you're going to have, especially with somebody on fresh tires. How patient will would be Todd Chase Jr. on pit road. See, I'm surprised by that, honestly. He is just not having a good season this year. It's unlike the Todd Chase we've seen in the Strictly Street Stock where he won the championship. And I'm sure he don't need us to remind him of that. Still watching this battle for second. Gary and Derek both tapped the apron right there in turn 2. Derek looks a little bit better on the exit. Gary looks better in the entry. The center's about the same for all 3 drivers. AJ Green moves up to P9 by himself right now, just rolling around. He's up to 9th right now. Cody Kennedy in 8th. He's by himself. Brian Kidd in 7th by himself. And you can kind of see there's a little bit of a space out here between most of these drivers all the way up to P2. Here's Gary. Look to the inside. Not going to be able to get there yet. Now, the thing is, Gary's got to watch his back end here. I mean, even though he's maybe a little bit faster than Derek, this 45 is starting to breathe a little heavy here on the 31. Right there, Ron Christian Jr. gave a little bit of a break. He could have turned on the racetrack and tried to put a pass there, but elected not to this time. Maybe he knows the 31's a little bit faster and does not want to attempt to mess up anything. Here's a look at fresh tires. This is Todd Chase Jr. and Alex Rosario. Alex is super quick anyway. But Todd Chase, we'll see what kind of lap times. He's in a wall hard. This is going to bring out a yellow. Yellow's out. Oh, he rolls down the track. Well, you guys want a drama for your first night. We're going to have pit stops here. You got a pit here. I would not be surprised if we have somebody stay out. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think you can stay out now. I'm going to be just honest with you. Todd will, but he's just destroyed his car, unfortunately. Alex Rosario is going to get your lucky dog in the 21 car, which a lot of people do not want to hear, but he will be back at the tail end, so that's the good news. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Everybody doing something different here than a leader. Finally. Do something opposite, man. You got to. Couple cars to the back staying out, which I'm not surprised. Brian Kidda stays out. AJ Green stays out. Not surprised to see that. Race off pit road. We're going to watch Derek here as... Do not be surprised if we see some cars take 2. But personally, I say it's all 4 here. 45, Ron Christensen Jr., 2-tire stop. Donnie, 2-tire stop. Derek, Gary, 4 tires. I like the 4-tire stops, man. Even with only, 9 or 8 laps to go, whatever we're going to have, you're talking about leaving people sitting. And this is where patience has to show up. Appreciate all the follows here on Trackside Racing Network. We're back in action here on TRN after a long hiatus away from TRN. We are back here. Good to be back here on TRN. I'm so happy to be back here on TRN. I'm just going to be honest. Over on Trackside on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, I don't blame AJ and Brian for staying out. Like, in that situation, they wasn't running great. I mean, they was going to finish 9th and 10th most likely anyway. Why not stay out and see what happens? I mean, you never know. If they get a little bit lucky, top 5 finish, probably. It could happen. Pace lights are going to go out this time. I lied, they're going to go out next time. As we are getting set to go back green flag here at Richmond. We're going to go green on lap 94, which is a lot longer than I thought we would be, actually. Yeah, Tim, Derek's been, he's been really improving. That's one thing I'll say. His I rating has shot up, like, quite a bit. I mean, he was really low. He was down to, like, gosh, I want to say it was lower than 700 on I rating. But over the past 2 weeks, he's almost up to 1,800 now. Over the past 2 weeks, he has done fantastic. I've been super proud of how he's been racing. I mean, he's honestly just getting better and better. And I think he found his niche in these cars. He's really good in these cars. And that's one thing I'll say. His biggest weakness, in my opinion, talking about Derek Pemberton in 82, his biggest weakness is saving tires in these cars. And that goes with any car. He's going to have his hands cut out for him, even though I think right now he's in a great position to have a good finish no matter what happens, as long as he stays out of trouble here. I mean, he could honestly have a chance at winning this thing, but, he's got some fast cars behind him. He's got some quick cars in front of him. Donnie with them 2 tires, we'll see how that plays out. Same as Ron Christensen Jr. 2 tires on theirs, so we'll see how that plays out. Green flag set to wave. Coming to lap 94. Here out of 100. Pace car's in. Green flag is back out in the air here at Richmond. Big move here for Derek Pemberton and Gary Smith, both going super low. A little bit of contact. AJ Green and Derek make contact. Wrecking behind them. Will the caution flag come out? For now, no caution. That was Gary Smith that gets into the wall. Not sure. Here goes the 45. 2 tires not paying off. He has to go down pit lane. Ron Christensen Jr. Brian Kidda up to second. Levi Allen, caution flag is out. Now, I want to go back and see what happened to Gary Smith because he was running. I mean, he had fresh tires. Oh, right there. Him and the 00 make contact. Did he flip? Okay. Yep. That's legit. Yep. And there's the 45. He just spun it halfway and he goes up pit road. 2 tires not paying off for him. Wow. AJ Green. Now see, if I'm AJ here though, I'm pitting. You're only going to lose 1 spot. Go ahead, pit, put 4 fresh tires on. Why not? Like, you ain't got nothing to lose. Don't be surprised when we see him hit pit lane. Once again, we'll be live tomorrow night, guys. back here for a new series here on TRN, the North American iRacing League. Looking forward to calling that. Some short track racing. I believe it's the super late models. For 100 laps there in Iowa. We'll be live at around 8:30, I believe. Looking forward to watching these guys mix it up there. That's going to be a wild one. I have never broadcasted that series, so I don't know how it's going to be. Saturday night. Oh, I love Saturday night racing. It is the WOS CRL series live from Darlington. We're going to see a lot of throwback paint schemes, I'm sure. Well, how much more throwback can you get when you're in these cars? But anyway, we'll see some paint schemes. That'd be pretty cool. I got to paint one up, I believe, as well. Sunday night, the American Sim Racing League. Cannot wait. And then iRacing E Series on Monday. Oh, we got some good racing, boys. Green White Checker going to happen here. From Richmond, it is an unofficial Green White Checker. Let me make sure that it will be an official one. If pace lights go out, it will be. And it will not be. So it will be a official. Actually, let's just hold our horses now. Let's wait and see. That pace line took a long time to come on. I don't know why it's not off. Yeah, AJ Green coming down pit road. Not surprised. I think that's a smart move by AJ to come down pit lane. Like, what do you got to lose? I mean, you was only going to lose one spot. So, he is actually going to be in a nice place. So, I think he actually stays the same. Taylor Gentry also on pit road right now. Getting some tires and some damaged stuff. I think we're going to have a green white checker, but this may just be a one lap shootout. We'll find out right here as the pace as they cross the line. Yes, green white checker. So our first attempt here at the GWC. For people that do not know what a green white checker is here on iRacing or how it works, if the white flag comes out, race is official. You will get the green flag. If the caution comes out before we get back to the start finish line on our first lap, we will stack it up and do it again. I think we have 3 attempts at that here. Pate Albus says, sorry to miss tonight. I knew you wasn't in here. It was 104 degrees in Texas. Yeah, forget all that. You just keep that stuff down there, Pate. It was 88 here, and I thought I was dying. Pace car, dropping to the left. Green flag set to wave. Green flag is out. And the 66 not getting a great start. Brian Kidda. He's going to be under attack from Derek Pemberton. Derek taking away that spot. Wrecking behind him. Big junk. Okay, I think the whole field literally just crashed. Oh, there's the 53. The 63. Yeah. Oh, goodness. I think the whole field piled it up here. Derek has to like what he sees. Like, there's it is. The 63 gets to the inside 00. Alex Casario, Joe Morgani, the 86. The 82 gets some. 82 of Taylor Gentry gets a little bit. AJ Green. He's like, don't mind if I do, boys. I got fresh tires. Watch this. This is on board. He already knows. He sees it. Just get it. Look at that. AJ Green goes from 9th to 4th, I think? Or 5th. Is it 5th? It might be 5th. Either way, he just put himself in a big position. So we're going to do it again. You know, 100 laps. I told Todd. 100 laps, you know, we might need a little bit extra. I don't know why that warns you, by the way, Colin. I have no idea. Colin, I'm going to do something. I don't know if I should or not, but you are now a moderator of TRN. Congratulations. You're the first moderator I've ever had on the channel, I think. I just feel like it's a good time to do it. We're going to give back this time, and we're going to do TRN right this time. I promise that. You know, I don't think a lot of guys understand when all the stuff that happened over ESPN, and like I said, nothing but respect for them guys. I hope they do well. We're going to make TRN special this time. It's going to be done the right way. Woo! Let's get it, boys. I'm fired up, man. So happy to be back here on my own channel. That's one thing that meant the world to me, was just the support that I got today from everybody, or from mostly everybody. Couldn't ask for any more. I mean, what Jason Papp came to me and talked to me about was absolutely amazing. Same as Skylar Grissom, same as other leagues. Showed really support. Todd Chase was another one. I mean, literally all the leagues we got showed tons of support, and they all talked to me about it. It means way more to me than you guys will ever know. So I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. As we wait for the pace lights to go off. Green, white, checkered, attempt number 2. Here from Richmond. One wasn't enough, you know. I'm going to be honest, Derek's got to like where he's at. I mean, you're talking about a 50-lap tire difference between first and second. 50 laps. And all this started when Derek made that choice to come down pit road. Now, Derek's got to still be patient. He does not want to wreck Levi, because that's the last person you want to wreck. I'm just going to be honest. Levi, don't forget. So he's going to be patient. Brian Kiddo right there in third as well. Brian, a little bit older tires, but Alex Visario, Alex got a good chance here. We'll see. He's got some fresh tires. Pace car's in. Green flag set to wave. And we are racing here once again. 2 laps. Will it be enough to get to the finish line? Levi Allen with a fantastic jump. Watch out for that 82. He's going to get the charge, though, through the corner. Yeah, he's closing in. Derek Pemberton. Watch for him to make a move. Out of turn 4. Looking to the inside of that 41 car. Not going to happen just yet. Watch for the bumper. There's the move. Derek Pemberton underneath Levi Allen. Never thought I would say that. Beating down the backstretch. Side by side. Here they go into turn 3. Contact. Levi Allen up the track. Derek Pemberton comes out of turn 4. He will win tonight at Richmond. Oh! Wow, what a race. Levi Allen will finish 7th or 8th place. We'll have to find out. He cut down the racetrack, it looked like, on Derek. And trying to move Derek up the racetrack a little bit. There was contact there into turn 3. You see it right here. Levi gets to the bottom. Contact. Sends him up the track. What a save by Derek Pemberton. Back-to-back wins here in the Iracing Legacy Cup Series. Brian Kidda second. Alex Visario finishes in third. Joe Morgani, Taylor Gentry will finish in 5th. We're going to talk to our winner right now, Derek Pemberton, putting it back in victory lane for our first broadcast here on Trackside Racing Network. Victory lane at Richmond, back-to-back. Boy, you got to feel it tonight.
Okay, so last week was a big win. I think this one just topped that one. I am so pumped right now. I feel bad that Levi couldn't finish second on that one, but that was a fantastic race back to the line.
Man, you knew that you had fresher tires. You knew that you had a chance. You and him made contact a little bit on the backstretch. Nothing to upset the race. He tried to come down a little bit, tried to move you. Understandable. With him leading so many laps, but you led the most important one, man. That's got to feel, whew.
Yeah, man, so early on in the race, we started off good. We got a good qualifying spot, qualifying P4, and we moved up to P2 pretty quick. And then the one thing that we talked about, one thing that you had talked about in the pre-race was dealing with the tires, fresh tires on such a green racetrack. And that happened to me. I got into the corner a little deep, and I just sent around. Thankfully, I didn't hit no one. So, that was a positive thing, and I was just praying for a yellow. And eventually I got it. And after that, we was on a charge. And then right there in about the middle of the race, we got back up to second. We passed everyone, got back up to second. And then we had that second really long run, and I don't know how I kept Gary Smith behind me. I just don't know how I did it. As fresh tires he had, as fast as he was, it was just like once he got to me, he just couldn't get around me.
Man, the momentum lately for you, dude. It's out the window. I've never seen this.
Man,
Somebody else driving for you just out.
No. Oh, man. I can't believe who I did that to. I mean, I know I had the tire advantage, and Levi's such a great short track racer, and I knew that. And, on that second run, I started running him back down. I was like, man, what's going on? I was like, he's got to be saving tires. And come to find out he was saving tires. So that kind of got me bummed out, but I was like, you know what? Let's go down pit right here, get back up. And then I seen the 2 tires and people stay out. I'm like, okay, this is going to be tough. And, going into one there on the first green white checker, I'll be honest, I bounced off, I think, like 4 cars, I think. I don't know who I bounced off of. The restart in itself was crazy. And actually, I think the first time we weren't in a green white checkered. It was that like the lap 95 restart and then the second, or the actual green white checkered restart, we just got a good jump. We got to the inside of the 33, and then right whenever I felt like the car was getting ready to kick in to be able to go catch that 41, the yellow came out again. I'm like, well, this kind of works out into my favor. And then we got that last one, and he jumped the restart a little bit. I got to go back and look at the rules on that one about when you can engage the throttle. I can't remember if it's on green or if he can go inside the restart zone. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one. But then we got such a good run going into one. I just knew I was just gonna have to do something. I was thinking I was gonna bump him going into one, and he made a small mistake getting into one, slipped the racetrack, and that just, I don't know if there was enough room to put my car in there, but I definitely put it in there. And then just going down the back straightaway, we made a little bit of contact. I was trying to push him up the track. I can't deny that. I was trying to run him up, trying to see what I could maybe get to try to go into 3. And I was expecting him to come down and hit me going into the corner and try to get me loose, because that was happening a lot. Guys were getting hit from the outside. He was just upsetting the car and sending around. So I just can't believe I did that. Led to one lap that mattered, and I'm just over the moon right now.
Shout outs and all that. You know how to do it, man.
Yeah, definitely got to thank Ray's Energy for being on board. And the code is Derek P82.
Thank you.
I was screaming at you, but of course, yeah. And got to thank everyone at TRN, since you want to say that we're with that other company. But no, I got to, how fitting that I went on our debut night.
Dude, yeah, we're biased. I gotta let you go. Good job,
yeah, we're biased now.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, Brian Kidda finishing P2. He's got to be over the moon, too. I mean, let's be honest. Brian Kidda putting it in the podium, and it's been a while since we've done this one. Brian, you got a copy?
We got a copy, bud. It's been a while indeed. How you been, Adam?
Probably, well, actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie, man. It was awesome to see you get second. I'm not going to lie. Even though Levi deserved it, I'm not going to lie. Levi deserved everything that had coming. But, man, you got to feel ecstatic. I mean, we've talked about you for the last few seasons now. It wasn't the greatest street stock season that you had. This season's hit or miss. I mean, we never know what's going to happen to the 87 Cup cars. But, man, you got to feel good about a second tonight.
Absolutely. This felt like a war of attrition, and the pit strategy coming into pit lap 57 for the tires, and just in my mind thinking I'm going to the end no matter what happens. Even if it's a green-white checkered, I'm going to the end to get that track position, and it just bounced my way that I would be up in a podium spot come that time.
Yeah, and track position is a big thing, especially at any short track, especially in a place that's tough to pass, in these cars especially. Talk about that decision to stay out, man. A lot of guys, said, I don't need to stay out. We'll come down pit road, but you said, let's go ahead and stay out.
I had a feeling, and as I know this is a bad thing to think of, but I had a feeling that there would be a few more wrecks, a few more cautions that would ultimately push me up the pecking order. And yeah, that's, like I said, ultimately bounced my way that I would be up in the podium spot, fighting with Derek, with Levi, and ultimately Alex behind me. in order to get that second place. And I'm really happy that I was able to finally finish on a podium.
For sure.
So,
Atlanta next week. What's your thoughts? I feel like that's going to be a good track for a lot of people.
Atlanta's going to be a good track for a lot of people. It's not quite a short track. It's not quite a long track. It's an intermediate track, and it feels like that it plays to everybody's strengths. In the fact that the banking isn't all that bad. It may be a bit of a tire eater. I think that's probably the only problem that I see myself at the very least, because I'd like to eat tires like breakfast. But I feel that it is going to be a good track for myself as well as the rest of the group.
Well, man, honestly, it's so good to see you at the podium. I'm so proud of how you did.
Thanks,
that.
man.
You know how to do it, bud. Shout outs and all that you want to give.
Shout outs to you and Derek for helping run this league. Shout outs to the Firelight Motorsports group, that a new team that I just joined up, a great bunch of guys that's helping me along with my driving development and cheer me on as long as I continue getting up into these podiums. And of course, for Trackside Racing Network for broadcasting as well. So thank you very much for everyone, and take care.
Took a minute to remember. Trust me, I made a mistake too. Good job tonight, man.
Thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
Good night.
Good night to you too. Alex Facerio, we're going to talk to him next. Let's bring him in. Finished at P3, and I'm going to be honest, Alex. We knew that you was one of the fastest cars. Like, let's go ahead and say it, but I did not see you finish a P3. You got in a lot of trouble.
You're not the only one.
That wasn't your fault. Like, the mistakes wasn't you. I mean, let's be honest. Let's call it like it was. You went a lap down, and you went a lap down late in the race. That's what the big thing is about. And I mean, you got to be pretty happy, I think, with third. Considering, I mean, yes, you had a car that definitely could have competed, possibly for a win. But third place, I mean, you got to take it for what it's worth.
Oh yeah, definitely. So the only reason, not going to speak about the lap down incident. It's over. It's done with.
Hey, you can talk about it. It's fine with me.
So I was trying to fix my damage, and I got the cue to go, and then the car stopped, and made me pit again. So that's why I was a lap down.
Really?
And yeah, it was a weird bug.
Oh, that's strange.
So, and during that final stint, I was trying to catch the leader to try to pass him the old-fashioned way, because that's just to show myself that I could pass
You was
him.
catching them too. How do you feel about going to Atlanta in these cars? I feel like that's a track that a lot of people is going to be happy to get to, because we haven't been to a legit mile and a half, or we haven't been no mile and a half actually. So how do you feel about going to Atlanta?
I feel pretty good about it. Tire wear is going to be a huge thing there, just like Rockingham. I think if you have the strategy and the patience to not try to run hot laps the entire time, I think it'll be a pretty good race there.
First off, who painted your car? Because I've seen them paints before, and they are absolutely amazing.
I don't really know. I found it on Trading Paints, and I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah, I absolutely like it. Like, I've seen it before, and I was like, "Who is that painter?" I didn't know. I thought you painted it. I was like, "Are you the one that paints these?" Because I've seen pictures of them and stuff like that, and I was like, "It's an amazing paint." But no, man, you finished third, and let me know who the painter is, because I'm kind of curious. You actually set the fastest lap tonight with a 22.920, and that didn't come to lap 74. So, all in all, man, I mean, you know, for what it's worth, it's definitely not a bad finish.
Seems like a pretty good finish. Hopefully, it's 2 positions up next week.
For sure. Did you figure out who it was that painted it?
Yeah, I posted it in chat.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Once it loads.
That works for me. Any shout-outs or anything like that you want to give out tonight, man?
Just my team for enduring the fact that I was complaining about being a lap down for a solid 10 minutes.
I don't blame you.
And they have the patience of a say, and I couldn't be anywhere without them.
I've been in the race rooms before. I know what you're talking about. Hey, good job, man. Really great comeback tonight.
Thank you, bud.
Thanks, buddy. All right, guys. There's our interviews. How about that? Man, I feel so bad for Levi, though. Derek's move was clean, though. That's one thing. I mean, I don't blame Levi. He had to do what he had to try to win the race. If he would have pit, everybody would have stayed out. You know, that's one of the Chase Elliott moments, I guess we can say. And Levi's gotten so close to winning these things, it's absolutely ridiculous. But he'll move on, and trust me, he's going to make Chase, and he'll be a contender for the championship. That's a promise, especially at Phoenix. I think it was Phoenix or Wilkesboro. I can't remember. Either way, that's going to do it for me here tonight, guys, on ESB, on Trackside Racing Network. Oh, my Lord. I hope everybody subscribes and likes. Please do that. It helps us out. It gets our view count up for these guys and every other league we broadcast. Make sure you follow us and like us on Facebook at Trackside Network as well. Y'all have a great night, and we will see y'all tomorrow night for some more short track racing action. Stay tuned. We'll see y'all then. Y'all have a great night, and God bless.